There's a moment that surprises a lot of people on a healing path. You start paying attention to yourself, you slow down a little, you begin taking care of things you used to ignore. And instead of feeling better, you start feeling worse. Your emotions are closer to the surface. Your energy feels unpredictable. Things that didn't bother you before suddenly do. And a quiet thought begins to form. Maybe something is wrong with me. If that's happening to you, it may not mean that your healing is failing. It may mean something important has actually started. For a long time, many people learn how to function by pushing through. They keep working, they keep helping, they keep managing what needs to be managed, even when something inside them feels tight or tired. That ability to keep moving can look like strength, but very often it comes with a hidden trade off. Parts of your experience get pushed aside, feelings get postponed, fatigue gets ignored, signals from the body get quieted so life can keep going. And over time, that becomes normal. So normal that you forget those signals were there at all. And then something changes. You start slowing down. You start paying attention. You start making space for parts of yourself that haven't had much room before. And when those signals finally have space, they begin to speak. And this is the moment many people misunderstand. They think, healing is making me worse, or I must be doing something wrong. Because the emotions feel stronger, the fatigue feels more noticeable, and the old strategies that kept everything running don't seem to work in the same way anymore. But often what's happening is much simpler. You're beginning to feel things that your system previously had to keep quiet. Healing doesn't always feel like relief at first. Sometimes it feels like contact, contact with tension that was always there, contact with feelings that were postponed, contact with parts of your experience that were waiting for space. When the system finally senses that space is available, it stops suppressing those signals. And the result can feel like things are getting worse. But what's actually happening is that your awareness is getting closer to reality. And this is the part many people don't expect. The discomfort isn't the problem. In many cases, it's the beginning of your system becoming honest again. When signals are no longer suppressed, the system can finally reorganize. Energy begins moving differently. Instead of constantly pushing forward, your system starts asking questions like, well, what actually needs attention here? What has been carried for too long? What no longer fits the life I am living now? These are not signs of failure. They're signs the system is becoming more aware of itself. And awareness is the beginning of real change. So, if healing feels uncomfortable right now, if emotions feel closer to the surface, if parts of your experience feel louder than they used to, it doesn't necessarily mean something is going wrong. Very often, it means the opposite. It means your system has finally stopped pretending that everything is fine. And that honesty is usually the place where real healing begins. We continue from here.